iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Race fans, welcome to the South Boston Speedway, SOBO as they call it, here tonight for the Checkered Flag Auto Display Short Track Scrambler Series, presented by Red Light Racing. As we get ready to go racing here tonight in the 11th race of the season. That's right, 10 races in the book out of the 16 scheduled this season, and they are all chasing the number 42 of Max Terriot in his return back to the full-time series here on Thursday evenings. He has a 24-point lead over Michael Trevarthen, and then it is a 43-point lead over Joshua Buckley. Those are the three drivers in the top three spots in the championship standings, and then it's Dalton Williamson and Chad Allcares back there, 46 and 52 points respectively. Those are the top five drivers coming into the night, and they are all here tonight to try and wheel and deal for 100 laps from this little, well, just under a half-mile speedway, and a lot of marbles at the top of the speedway. But it is that time already here tonight as we get ready to see which one of these drivers is going to be able to do it after 100 laps to go to victory lane. So what do you say we get that Six Rings Racing starting lineup here tonight and snagging the pole? It's going to be driver of car number 31. That'll be Dave Bragg taking the pole here tonight. To the outside of him, the driver out of Florida, driving car number 2. That'll be Michael Trevarthen. And how about the 17? There's been a lot of storms lately, and the storm chaser himself, car number 17 of Chad Allcares, will start third. Starting back into the fourth spot, well, it's the driver out of Tampa, Florida. That'll be car number 1. That'll be Dalton Williamson. Back into P number 5, then, the third row inside, car number 13 MA. That'll be Joshua Buckley in the Granny Hips Walkers and Canes entry. And how about another one of those storm drivers? The storm from the north, though, this time, car number 42. That'll be Max Terriot. He'll start from the 6th starting spot here tonight. Starting into the 7th starting spot, another driver out of Canada, though this time it's car number 38. It's the Beefy Motorsports entry. That'll be Brandon Feeney. 8th position here tonight, the driver of car number 62 out of Carolina. That'll be TJ Henson here tonight. And how about the driver that picked up his first career win just 1 week ago, car number 46. That'll be Cody Meadows. Back into the 10th spot, it's the old Richard Murdoch entry. Mr. Murdoch picked up a win on Monday night to see if he can carry that momentum right here tonight to the short track here at South Boston Speedway. Murdoch will go from 10th. Back into the 11th spot, the 81 of Ken Allen. And how about Rob Higgins, the old cowboy? Car number 40. Rob Higgins will start 12th. 13th then in the starting lineup here tonight will be Steve McCormick in the reach for the top number 70 entry. And how about the 20-year anniversary? Car number 30 That's the checkered flag auto display number 30 of Bob Higgins. That's your starting lineup here tonight, brought to us by our friends at Six Rings Racing. 1 lap till we drop the green flag. 100 laps here tonight from the South Boston Speedway. We welcome all of you race fans in here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Behind the microphone above here in the virtual studios, my name is Roger Muth here tonight, race fans, so I hope you're ready for this one. 14 drivers, 100 laps to do the battle. You hear them down the back straightaway. We're all geared up. South Boston Speedway. Pace cars in. It's in the hands of Dave Bragg, and he says it's now or never. Green flag up here tonight at Sobo. Great start by these drivers. They're come to complete lap 1. Look at them all. Dave Bragg, Michael Schwartz, and Chad Allcares. Joshua Buckley down to the inside there. Great starting spot here tonight, and a great start for the driver out of Massachusetts. There you see him in the 13 MA. He'll utilize a little bit of that inside apron tonight. One driver way up out of the groove. You can't race there. That's the number 17, the Duncan entry. That is Allcares, car number 17 here tonight. Going to lose a spot to Williamson, and now here comes Buckley. Can Buckley get around on the inside? The Granny Hips Walkers and Canes entry. Got all the tennis balls on the bottom of that walker, but it does not look like he's going to be able to pounce on the number 17 there of Chad Allcares. That'll be 5 laps in the books just like that. You blink here tonight, race fans, and these laps are going to go quick. Everybody chasing Mr. Dave Bragg. Bragg, a champion here with the series. Dave in his career on Thursday nights here has picked up a handful of wins. I say handful, it's actually 1. 1 win and 1 championship. Battle, though, starting to heat up between the 2 teammates here. There is Dalton Williamson in the highlighter yellow number 1 entry, trying to go after that number 2 of Michael Trevarthen. The 2 Florida drivers here tonight running 2 and 3, chasing the Canadian of Dave Bragg. Allcares started to fall back just a little bit. Remember, he was up out of the groove. That's what allowed Williamson to get around him. And now he's comfortably running back into the 4th spot. Joshua Buckley did try to make the pass, but not able to do so. Williamson, though, lurking and lurking down on the bottom side. You see Williamson go down there in the corners. He that time by in turns 3 and 4. He had all 4 tires down on the apron. Down here in 1 and 2, almost painting the yellow line. See what he does this time down in 3 and 4. Just maybe the left side tires down on the apron, or at least down on the painted yellow line. Look at him just paint that line in 1 and 2, though. Can't get any closer in 1 and 2 to that line than what he was right there. This time 3 and 4, left side tires down on the apron. Just trying to get that weight to transition, to get the bite on those tires to make it rotate. Trevarthen that time getting a little loose. That time out of turn number 2, had to chase the car. Got to protect the tires here tonight at the South Boston Speedway. Max Terriot looking to try and get underneath Joshua Buckley. Buckley will throw a little block down the back straightaway on the 42. Max has about half his car underneath that line. He'll get a good rotation through 3 and 4. Down to the inside he comes in turn number 1. Max trying to get around Joshua Buckley. That'll be for the 5th position here. And there's Brandon Feeney. Feeney trying to utilize the bottom also, but that car stepped out from underneath him. Here comes TJ Henson. TJ was looking down to the bottom side of the speedway in the Solid Rock Carriers number 62. Was not able to do it. And now here comes Cody Meadows. Meadows picked up the win just 1 week ago when we were at the Myrtle Beach Speedway. Cody got the fenders on it here tonight, though. Just behind this group of cars, that's the number 81. That is Ken Allen. Allen started outside the top 10. He is now running into the 9th position on the calling card. See the 62 of TJ Henson got a little loose again, and now that's going to put Meadows to the outside. A little contact there. Up the track goes the number 46 of Cody Meadows. He'll now have to get back into the groove because there's Ken Allen just behind the number 46 Tracker Boats entry. Max Terriot going to get underneath Chad Allcares. Allcares up the speedway, loses one to Max. He'll lose two there to Joshua Buckley. Here comes Brandon Feeney also. Now here comes TJ Henson. They smell blood in the water, and they are all going for it. It's not often you see mistakes here in the series on Thursday night, so when the door opens up, you got to run straight through it. So Allcare is going to go from the 4th spot all the way back to 7th before he's able to get the number 17 machine back down on the bottom side of the speedway. 3-horse race still here tonight. It's Bragg, Trevarthen, Williamson, the top 3 drivers. They have, it looks like, a little over a second and a half over the 4th place runner of Max Terriot. 5th place driver there of Joshua Buckley. He's sitting about 2.3 seconds back behind the race leaders. We've completed 21 laps here tonight already at the South Boston Speedway. We've been green flag racing, and the driver that has lost the most spots, unfortunately, because he got stuck to the outside. There you see him come by the flag stand. That is car number 17 of Chad Allcares. So Allcares losing 5 spots tonight. The driver that's picked up the most spots, just a couple car lengths ahead. That's the number 42 of Max Terriot, the driver out of Canada. Multiple-time winner here with the series. And when I say multiple, I mean holds the top of the wins. Well, second in the all-time win category. Max has 17 wins currently here with the series on Thursday nights. Battle for the race lead, though. Dave Bragg opened up the bottom side, and Michael Trevarthen was able to pull side by side, but he got a little loose that time off turn 2. We've seen the car number 2 get loose off 2 a couple of times. Now Dalton Williamson going to come waltzing on through on the bottom side of the speedway. So it'll be Bragg, Williamson, now Trevarthen back into the 3rd spot. Max Terriot, though, is running down the race leaders. They got to be careful here. They don't want to let Max, the storm from the north, blow in, because you just never know what you're going to get when the storm comes to town. Josh Buckley also closing the gap back there in the 13MA. He is now right around the 2-second marker. He was right around 2.5 seconds. Now he's at 2 seconds flat and still closing in on the top 3 drivers. Top 3 drivers, though, will wind up into some lap traffic here. And that is car number 30 of Bob Higgins. Higgins is about a straightaway ahead currently here. Yep, a full-length straightaway for the number 30 of Bob Higgins. Battle at the front again. Here comes Williamson trying to get down to the bottom side. Can't quite get there on Bragg. Bragg was able to slam the door back in 1 and 2. See if he can still hold on to it right there. That highlighter yellow machine all over the back of the Jiffy Lube switch tire. Williamson had a good run, and then the car unloaded off turn number 4. Looks like Bragg's car not able to hold the bottom side of the speedway as well as it was at one time. Now Williamson able to sneak to the inside on entry to 3. Off turn 4, battle for the race lead. It was a drag race dead heat at the line. It was Dave Bragg still able to lead lap number 32. We'll see if he can lead lap number 33 as the car goes down into 3. It bottoms out a little bit. At the line drag race, Bragg still able to hold off the number 1 of Williamson, but for how long will Bragg be able to do it? 3 different lines by your 3 leaders, but don't look now. Max Terriot, he has joined the fray. He is right there. New race leader for the first time here tonight. The driver of car number 1 is out front here tonight at the South Boston Speedway. Michael Trevarthen, who is sitting right just behind his team car. That's car number 2. You see him now pulling even with the number 31 of Dave Bragg. Michael Trevarthen has been trying to keep up with Williamson running that bottom side of the speedway. And a little contact there. It's going to send Dave Bragg up the speedway. Bragg's going to lose the battle with Trevarthen. And then it's going to be Max Terriot coming through also in car number 42. So A lot of battling at the front of the field here. We'll see if Michael Trevarthen can hold on to the second position. Williamson has already chalked himself up almost a little bit over a half a second race lead on the Trevarthen and Terriot machines. Trevarthen, though, has been sliding his right rear tire, so we'll see if that hurts him late in the run here, because we're not quite to the halfway point home, and the way this one's lurking, it's lurking in the background like we might be having a green flag run here. We've seen it multiple times on a Thursday night where these drivers, they work into these long run paces. I say long run as they're running nose to tail. It's a little bull ring. Anything could happen, that is for sure. Next time by will be 40 laps into this one. Look at TJ Henson, the Solid Rock Carriers, number 62, trying to get underneath the Feeney call. Car number 38 of Brandon Feeney. Feeney was out at the dirt races this past weekend. I was very impressed. Feeney was sending me some videos. He was having himself a heck of a time at the dirt track. So Feeney currently running into the 6th position. He's picked up one here early on in this event. And TJ Henson, Cody Meadows, Chad Olcaris, and Ken Allen round out the top 10. Dave Bragg, since losing the race lead, has started to fall backwards, now falling into the clutches here of the number 13 MA of Joshua Buckley. Buckley is sitting there into the 5th spot, and, well, taking a look at it, Buckley's able to rotate the bottom of 3 and 4 a lot better than the number 31 of Dave Bragg. There you see Joshua Buckley able to get to the inside down to 3 and 4 and see if he can complete the pass here. How much does Bragg really put the pressure on to keep that spot right now? Still have a lot of racing left to go. So Josh Buckley will take his spot there into the 4th position. Cody Meadows, there goes TJ Henson. They all got around Chad Olcaris. Well, not so fast for Cody Meadows, but TJ Henson did. Now it's Cody Meadows' chance here. See if he can get that Tracker Boats entry around the Duncan sponsor number 17 here tonight. Couple of laps away from the halfway point home. This is the best battle out here on the speedway right now with TJ Henson, Chad Olcaris, and Cody Meadows. Meadows running that bottom side, that Tracker Boats and ATVs, number 46 Toyota Camry, to the Duncan Ford Fusion, number 17 on the outside. You see how Chad Olcaris, it got a little upset that time in 3 and 4. That's because there are a lot of marbles here tonight. The camera picking it up just nicely in the corners. There is a big marble buildup. There's one down on the bottom side of the speedway, and there's one way up top. And let me tell you, we talk about it week in, week out. You get on those marbles, the thing is just not going to turn anymore. So Chad Olcaris has to be careful about venturing all the way up to the tippy top side of the speedway. Steve McCormick trying to come around Bob Higgins. Or sorry, that's Richard Murdoch, not Bob Higgins. That is Richard Murdoch. Murdoch, who started into the 10th position, has fallen back now into 12th. And looking like he might fall. One more spot here. As Steve McCormick's been working the inside with his Ford Mustang. So Murdoch will fall back into the 13th spot now. Jeremy, I hope you don't have anything riding on Murdoch here tonight. Maybe a little hangover from his previous win. So as we're halfway home in this one, let me run you through the top 10 drivers. Out front is the number 1 of Dalton Williamson. Max Terriot has got around Michael Trevarthen. So Max is now running P number 2. Michael Trevarthen is back to running into the 3rd spot. Joshua Buckley's inside the top 5. He's running 4th. Dave Bragg then has fallen back here into the clutches of these drivers. It's Bragg running 5th. Feeney running into the 6th spot. TJ Henson, then Cody Meadows. Chad Olcaris and Ken Allen is how they round out the top 10. This looks like a good battle. Let's fixate the camera here for just a little while. Oh! TJ Henson going to go for a wild ride here on the front straightaway. He went to throw a block on the number 46 of Cody Meadows. Meadows was there, and unfortunately they got tangled up. Spun around. So with the first caution flag here tonight flying on lap number 57, let's take a look back here. Watch the replay. Watch the 46 work the outside lane here. He's going to get a run on the straightaway. He crosses up on, well, tries to cross up underneath the 62, and just a little bit of a late block there. Ken Allen, and I believe that's the 70 of Steve McCormick getting involved also. Let's ride on board here. Cody was going to the inside. He had the run off 4, and that left front going to take a heck of a beating. But it's strategy time. To pit or not to pit is the question. A lot of these drivers electing to come to pit road. Some of these drivers staying out. Dalton Williamson will stay out on the old tires in car number 1. He'll take the track position over fresh tires. It'll be under 40 laps remaining here from the South Boston Speedway when we go back racing. The driver that'll start just behind him, that'll be Michael Trevarth in car number 2. He came down, put 2 tires on. Joshua Buckley running in 3rd, so the Rev teammates, they are 1, 2, and 3. Buckley is 3rd with 2 tires. Bragg has 2 tires. Then it's going to be Feeney with 2 tires. Rob Higgins with 2 tires. Bob Higgins with 2 tires. Then Max Terrill. Looks like a very long stop for the driver out of Canada. Wait for the old iRacing.com pace car to make its way to pit road. He does. Barney's got the flag. We're green flag racing once again here tonight from the South Boston Speedway. Is it Williamson or is it Trevarthen? 2 tires versus no tires as they go down into turn number 3. A look at Trevarthen to the outside there. Trevarthen making it work. He'll clear down the back straightaway. So now Michael Trevarthen, new race leader for the first time here tonight. Car number 2 going to go to the top spot. Michael Trevarthen leading with under 40 laps to go here tonight at the South Boston Speedway. Then it's Dalton Williamson falling back to 2nd. Joshua Buckley is 3rd. Dave Bragg is 4th. But man, he's got the number 31, the Jiffy Lube entry of Dave Bragg to the outside of him. How bad do you want it if you're Feeney? How bad do you want it if you're Rob Higgins? Higgins just 1 spot behind him. Feeney going to drive it in, keep the left side tires down on the apron till exit. A little contact there on the exit of the corner. Those 2 battling currently right now. Dave Bragg has the 4th spot. Brandon Feeney has the 5th spot. Rob Higgins is 6th. Max Terrill just stuck behind these drivers. Max came to pit road. Looks like he's got 4 fresh tires on car number 42. Problem is, he's got a log jam of drivers out in front of him. Riding on board with Max Terrill. Side by side by side. 2 by 2 by 2 is how they're lined up. That's the traffic he has all out in front of him. Remember, Williamson not on fresh tires in car number 1. There you see the 1 machine. He does not have fresh tires. He has not pitted here tonight. Everybody else at least put 2 tires on. Williamson did not. Trevarthen driving away from the field. 2 seconds is what he has gapped the field. So the fresh tires definitely playing dividends there for Michael Trevarthen. Sideways for Joshua Buckley. They're going to be 3 wide at the line. 3 wide at the line. Bragg to the outside. Williamson with a huge slide across the nose of the 13 MA of Joshua Buckley. Everybody racing for everything they got here. And now Joshua Buckley going to go to the outside there. Maybe the tires have officially shut off here tonight on the number 1 of Dalton Williamson. Williamson pulled it. Oh, Feeney. What happened to the 38 of Brandon Feeney there? It looks like that car got snapped loose off the corner, number 4. Josh Buckley got by. Max Terriok got by. Now here comes Rob Higgins. He's trying to see if he can get the Busch Light entry sideways again that time off turn number 4. And this time Feeney sends it into 1, sideways into a 4-wheel skid there for the number 38. He's able to get the car back under control. He kept it going. Just behind them, though, that is 2 drivers that are a lap down. That is a battle for position on the speedway. Murdoch and Meadows are currently sitting 1 lap down. So those drivers will try to fight for a lucky dog here tonight. They are the first and only 2 drivers that are a lap down. TJ Henson, multiple laps down here tonight in car number 62. It looks like Williamson going to let Bob Higgins get on by. Bob Higgins is the fastest driver on the track. Currently up 7 spots as he started dead last here tonight. Started dead last, and he's currently running into the 7th spot with just 22 laps remaining here tonight at the South Boston Speedway. There's your race leader. Just kind of driving her here tonight. No pressure from behind because there's Dave Bragg. There's Joshua Buckley, 3.2 seconds. The gap from Trevarthen back to Bragg. You got Buckley there. You got Terriot right there also. The tires here tonight for Dalton Williamson. Going away, he's back to running in 8.7 seconds back behind the race leaders. So with 20 laps to go, the team radioing him going, not a lot we can do for you here at this point. You might just have to ride this one out with the tires that you got. I know Williamson would love to see a caution flag right now because that would allow him to come to pit road, and no other driver has tires that they could put on. He's the only driver that has a whole set. That means lefts and rights for his machine here tonight. Second, third, fourth, all right there within a second of each other. All within a half a second, I should say. Joshua Buckley trying to get back onto the podium here. We got to talk to him a few days back. Finally stringing some good finishes together for that checkered flag auto supply Granny Hips Walkers and Canes number 13 MA. Says 15 to go on the ticker, but it'll be 14 laps to go for the number 2 of Michael Trevarthen as he works off turn number 4. He'll be told 14 laps to go. Hit your marks, bring it back to us. Michael Trevarthen does not like being told, bring it back to us. He is one of those guys that says, hold my beer, watch this, and he drives his race car through a cornfield. So if you find a big tractor, you know, it could possibly be mine. I lost my tractor out in the fields, and I cannot find her. Guess that's why they put tracking devices on everything. 12 to go. Max Terriot back here trying to get second spot away from Dave Bragg as they come to see 11 to go when they work off 4 this time. Will that be enough, though? We're all going to have to see how this plays out, race fans. I cannot give you any secrets other than hold on to your britches because the storm from the north is starting to close in on the Michael Trevarthen entry. Dave Bragg still holding strong to the outside in the Bragg Racing number 31 Jiffy Lube switch tire. 9 laps remaining. If there's anything left in these cars, they're going to have to reach way deep down. They're going to have to buy all the marbles. 8 laps remaining. Where is Michael Trevarthen? Caution. Caution lights coming on. Not good if you're the race leader. Everybody going to leave the scene of the accident, but under 10 laps to go here tonight. Cody Meadows, Richard Murdoch. Let's take a look. They are running 7th and 8th. There you see Murdoch into the back there, and then a lazy spin. Too late, though. The caution light's already on. All it was the 0-1 of Murdoch getting back into the gas just a little bit sooner. Race fans, remember how we said there was one driver that didn't come to pit road? Well, he now has come to pit road, car number 1. That is Dalton Williamson. You see the right side tires going on his highlighter green, highlighter yellow, I guess. So he'll put the right sides on, and then he'll drop the jack and come right back out onto the speedway. I'm taking a look at this, and unless we get the 2 to go that time, I don't think we did. So currently it is Max Theriault running second. You see him there in the picture. He's chasing Michael Trevarthen, who is the race leader. Then it's Dave Bragg, Joshua Buckley, Rob Higgins, Brandon Feeney, Bob Higgins, Chad Allcares, Ken Allen, Steve McCormick, Dalton Williamson, Cody Meadows, Richard Murdoch, TJ Henson. That's how they're all running right now. We'll drop that down so you can find where your favorite driver is here tonight. So we should have an unofficial green-white checker here tonight. Those are always fun. We don't have to dip into the reserve. Who do you think's going to pick up the W here tonight, race fans? Is it going to be Theriault, Trevarthen? How about Buckley, Feeney, Mr. Higgins? You just never know. We're going to all find out together. How about that? Lights are finally out on the... It's not the Ford. That's just the iRacing.com pace car. Ford leading the way here. Pace car off the racing surface. And a very, very late start by the number 2 there. Michael Trevarthen. Thought for a second he was going to try and jump that restart, but he didn't. Now the 4-tire power struggle to the outside. The white flag is up tonight, brought to us by our friends at Culpeper's Bakery Cafe. 2 side-by-side battle for the race lead. 2 cars going at it. Theriault to the outside. Trevarthen down low. Trevarthen got a slide across the nose of the 42. They're going to drag race at the line. Looks like Michael Trevarthen has it here tonight. It'll be Trevarthen across the line. Theriault, Buckley, and a parking lot here down in turn 1. Everybody going to get gathered up and get back rolling, but a heck of a race here tonight from the South Boston Speedway. Your winner, Michael Trevarthen. Max Theriault, Joshua Buckley sitting there. Unofficial results, and, well, maybe Trevarthen forgot how to do some donuts. As he tries to figure it out, race fans, what do you say? We'll take a quick break here from the South Boston Speedway, and we'll be right back here to wrap things up.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome back here, race fans, to the South Boston Speedway here tonight for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Short Track Scrambler Series, presented by Red Light Racing. We got it in here tonight. A great race here at the South Boston Speedway, and an amazing last couple of laps. That green-white checker came all right down to turn number 4 here tonight, but don't take my word for it, because we got 3 drivers standing by here on the podium tonight to tell you how it all shook out at the end of this one. Let's start things off with the driver that'll finish into the P number 3 position. How about it, Josh? It's been a good couple of weeks here on Thursday nights for this number 13 MA. Another podium finish.
Yeah, I kind of got lucky with that late restart on the outside. The outside was really starting to come in there. But just, trying to figure it out, buy your time, and it worked out.
It works out here tonight, a podium finish. You looked there for a little bit of this race, looking like you were the 5th best car in line there at the end of this one, though. A couple of caution flags put you right in contention to sneak onto the podium here. Did you have anything left, though, that if we had one more caution flag, maybe you had a run at that number 2 of Michael Trevorthan?
Really hard to tell with that. I know when I did get up towards, I think I passed Bragg, they were just kind of driving away, and then especially once we got the tires, Mike was really driving away. So I'm not 100%, but I would have liked to have had a shot at it, but still, I'll take a P3.
Coming out of turn 4 that final time, though, a little contact out ahead of you. Did your eyes open up and think maybe you could drag race that one?
As soon as I saw basically Max try the crossover and I saw Mike get bumped, I floored it.
Just not quite able to get there. So a 2nd place finish last week, a 3rd place finish this week. What do you think? We are going to head up north. We're going to take the fenders back off it. We're going to head to the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. What do you think next week when we get there?
That's going to be a race for anybody. So we'll see when we get there, but we'll just do what we normally do as a team with the preparation and get ready for it.
Well, what do you say we let you go get that preparation? And I ain't talking H here tonight. Who makes this all possible to make the 13 look as good as it is and as fast as it is?
Yeah, just thanks to my teammates Mike and Dalton on the preparation at Rev Esports that we do throughout the week. Granny Hips, Walkers, and Canes, Checkered Flag Auto Supply as always, Turn 3 Racing Network for the broadcast that you guys do. We definitely appreciate that, and for everybody watching and everybody who came out to race tonight.
There you have it, the driver out of Massachusetts here tonight. Going to pick up 2 spots from where he started this event in, and it'll be P number 3 for Joshua Buckley. The driver that'll finish 1 spot ahead of him, it's car number 42. Max, a little bit of a lackluster qualifying effort here tonight, and you had to pick off some cars and do a little bit of strategy. What was the mindset there? You took 4 tires under that first caution flag.
Yeah, it took 4 tires, but didn't come in the first time around. I thought more people would stay out, and there was just no advantage to stay up there with old tires, so I came around the second time and restarted probably 8th or 10th. So at that point, I really had to push hard, used up some tires, and probably didn't have much at the end.
When you put those tires on, you got stuck back there. There was a lot of hard racing out ahead of you. They were stacked up 2 by 2 in front of you, and you kind of got put down on the bottom side. And how did you pick and weave your way through there? Was it just kind of sitting there and waiting for drivers to make the mistakes, or did you pounce on top of them to get through?
Yeah, I made maybe one or two passes early on Bob and Rob, but then afterwards it was trying to take advantage of the openings, and once the one car fell behind, that's when we started to line up a little bit better. And then there was a checkup that I took advantage over Brandon, so that's how I made up most of my spots. And then behind Josh, behind Dave, it was finding the right momentum on corner exits to just barely get inside, and that worked twice.
You had yourself a contention here on that green-white checker. What did you see off turn 4?
Yeah, I ran a little bit too hard into turn 3, so my only option at that point was to try to cross over behind Mike, and I didn't quite clear him. And maybe if I would have tried to hug him on the bottom, I could have had a chance, but the way I entered it, it wouldn't stick, so that was my only option. And yeah, it's still, after all, coming back from behind most of the pack, it's a good second place finish.
A good second place finish here, extend that points lead, so that's got to feel pretty good. But what do you say, Max? Who makes this all possible? This car is always so quick.
Yeah, just like every week, I gotta thank my fiance, my friend Max at Mexican Knitting, and my dad, Turn 3 Network for the broadcast, and Josh for putting up this Thursday night league. Checkered Flag Auto Supply is always a big supporter of this red light boat series at Red Light, so big thanks to them. And yeah, next week at New Hampshire, probably some bumping and almost late racing type of deal that we'll get there. So we'll see you guys next week.
There you have it. Max Terriel picks up 4 spots here tonight. And late in this one, I had a chance to pick up the W, but it'll be P number 2 for the number 42. The driver that will finish P number 1, well, it's the Mr. Wiggle Machine himself, Michael Trevarthen. You park it in victory lane once again here on a Thursday night, but this one you had to work for on that final lap.
Yeah, we had to work for it tonight. Really wasn't looking forward to that last caution. Because once we changed tires there, I kind of took advantage of Dalton not taking tires, and once I got around him there, I kind of tried to run away and hide. It was working there until that last caution, and I didn't realize Max had took 4 there. So he definitely had some grip there towards the end. I kind of saw him back off a little bit going into 3, so I kind of expected the crossover. Wasn't expected to be facing the wall at exit, but like I said, good hard racing. Max is always fast everywhere we go, so anytime you can edge in front of the 42, it's a hell of a night.
The heck of a night. You beat him across the line here, and that'll be win number 3 for yourself this season. So you currently have the second most wins. Dalton has 4. You're going to have 3. Max is going to have 2 himself. So it's pretty much been the 3 of you towards the front of the field. But tonight you had one competitor breathing down your neck at the end of this one. And I heard there's a little bit of a rivalry brewing. I heard Joshua Buckley was hoping you weren't going to show up here tonight.
Yeah, my son had FFA awards tonight, so I was last minute getting into the session. I have no practice this week at this track, so to jump in here, have a good qualifying lap, have a good practice lap. Unfortunately, as it showed on that first long green flag run, I had no long green flag speed. Max and the guys were eating me up there. Hats off to Dave and Josh. They wheeled it tonight, and hats off to Dalton and Max for great finish as well.
Well, we look forward to seeing you next week, Mike. Before we let that all happen, let's roll this red carpet out and let's see who you got to thank for another amazing race.
Yeah, first and foremost, Rev Esports, Josh and Dalton, BK Paints, EPI, Checkered Flag Auto Supply, everything Bob and Rob do for the series. You in the broadcast booth, Roger, Turn 3 Racing Network, Red Light Racing, all the drivers that come out and show up every night, and give a shout out to the family.
There you heard it from the driver that has now 13 wins in his career here on a Thursday night. Michael Trevarthen beats them all across the line to pick up another one. Where does that leave us now as we get ready to leave the South Boston Speedway? Well, what do you say we go to a little bit of a track that they call the New Hampshire Motor Speedway? It's the biggest track on the schedule this season. Normally 100 laps. Well, this time we're going to knock 40 off because the track's so big. But they're not going to be going slow, that's for sure. New Hampshire Motor Speedway with the modifieds, it will be like watching the Daytona International Speedway or the Talladega Super Speedway. These cars, that track, it is going to be a wild one. Anybody's going to have the opportunity to win, that's for sure. Maybe even Richard Murdoch might be able to run towards the front of the field. But, we're not going to know until we get there. May the 16th, it's a race you don't want to miss. The Six Rings Racing 60 from the New Hampshire Motor Speedway is the next stop here for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Short Track Scrambler Series. So what do you say, race fans? We thank you here tonight for tuning in to the virtual South Boston Speedway. From everybody at the Checkered Flag Auto Supply, everybody with Red Light Racing, and all of us here from the Turn 3 Racing Network, we hope you enjoyed tonight's show. And until we see you next time, race fans, everybody stay safe, and we'll see you in Turn 3.